All right, we have some breaking news just coming in. The family of former Chief Justice of India, the late JS Verma, have refused the Padma Bhushan that was conferred on him by the government recently. The family has written to the president saying they will not accept this award. In the letter, Justice Verma's wife wrote, and I quote, "We do not want to accept, and we know Justice Verma himself would not have accepted this award. He never hankered or lobbied for any acclaim, reward or favor. He always and strictly put India first before any personal profit or gain." So Justice Verma's family turning down Padma Bhushan that was announced for the late Chief Justice of India. In fact, the wife of Justice Verma has now written a letter to the president turning down this award.
Justice Verma passed away just a few months after he and two other eminent scholars helped create tougher laws for against rape convicts and helped in fact shape a legacy that could perhaps lead to fewer such incidents.
All right, and joining us now is my colleague Jaskirat Singh Bawa. Jaskirat, I believe you have the details of that letter which has been written to the president. We know Justice Verma's family had accepted some awards on his behalf last year after he passed away, some television awards as well. Why exactly have they turned down a Padma Bhushan?
Well, Justice Verma's family has written a letter to the president, and going by the wordings of the letter, they were quite specific. If I could just read out two important excerpts of the letter. "My late husband never hankered or lobbied for any acclaim, reward or favor." That gives an indication about what they perceive to be the value of the Padma Bhushan. But also, we have learned from very highly placed sources in the legal fraternity that there was a very strong word that Justice Verma would actually be awarded the Padma Vibhushan, but was in fact awarded the Padma Bhushan. Many members of the legal fraternity, top-notch people who have been the Attorney General, Solicitor Generals, eminent jurists, feel that this is slightly insulting for a former Chief Justice of India who has actually had an exceptional track record before and after his retirement, should be given the Padma Bhushan. Now, adding to that, the family has also written, this is specifically his wife who has also written to the president, "The greatest honor to him remains how he is held in the hearts and minds of his fellow countrymen as a true friend, not just to women or the youth, but to those most in need of one." Now, what we are given to understand is that while the family has refused the Padma Bhushan, there is also a community of lawyers which is planning to write to the president, where they claim that Justice Verma's award was actually downgraded because of certain controversial judgments that he gave as a judge in the Supreme Court.
Jaskirat, stay with us. We have on the phone line Justice Verma's son-in-law, Dilip Mathur. Mr. Mathur, thank you for speaking to Headlines today this morning. You know, as we were discussing earlier with our correspondent, your family did accept certain awards on behalf of Justice Verma last year. Why have you turned down the Padma Bhushan?
Essentially, he did not believe in accepting awards and rewards, and he believed more in his work and the results. So we kind of following what he would have himself wanted and done. We strongly feel and believe that this is what he would have wanted. So my mother-in-law has actually written a letter to the president saying that you know, we declined the award.
Right. There are also reports that are being published in paper that apparently there was a bit of a rancor, considering that the former Chief Justices, jurists of eminence have received Padma Vibhushan at least. Did that factor in anywhere in turning down this award?
The family has actually had a think about it, and there is, it's not, I mean, it's not befitting his stature, that is true. But equally, the fact that awards was not what he was looking for, and he strictly believed in ensuring that his work is recognized, that results of coming out of his work is what is important. So that is strictly the main core for the reason.
Right. So do you think in a sense there's been a lack of sensitivity on the part of the government as it decided to award him a Padma Bhushan instead of a Padma Vibhushan? Does the family feel so?
I think that is not strictly the most important reason. There is a lack of sensitivity. There is a feeling that it's a little too little, too late. But having said that, he himself was not. He never hankered for awards. He never lobbied or was looking for recognition through rewards and things like that. So we kind of following what he would have done.